All right, Dave, lots of news today.
Lots of news.
Yeah, so we'll start with Nick Ahmed. What does he bring to the team, and what is the role that you're kind of expecting for him just moving forward?
Well, Nick brings obviously Gold Glove defense at shortstop. There's a grit, a toughness, a compete. He's a veteran ball player, familiar with certainly the National League West, the National League, and I just like the grind and the toughness. So I think it's going to be. I think he'll meld really well with our ball club. Certainly playing against our guys for so long, there's familiarity and just the consistency. So for me, he's going to lock down shortstop, and there's certain days that I'll give him a day here or there. But the plan is while Miggy's down, and we just don't know how long that's going to be with that forearm. He's going to play some short, and then obviously we'll mix Kike in there as well.
And then with Miguel Rojas going on the IL, you guys were optimistic that this wasn't going to be the case. What, I guess, shifted that it now needs an IL still?
He had a scan, and it came up that there was a flexor strain, and so that's something where I don't know the timetable. Some of it could be kind of how he's feeling. As I understand it, he's going to take a handful of days to kind of non-baseball activity to let it subside, and then get him back, and then get him back hopefully as soon as possible.
I mean, he has been holding down like the shortstop position for you guys. Like, is this something serious enough to where you kind of, especially within the context of the deadline, like you look at that position as maybe needing to shore that up, or is this something that you think he'll be able to bounce back from before the end of the year?
I think it's something that he'll be able to bounce back from. And also, you get a Gold Glover and Nick Ahmed, so I think the shortstop position is certainly well manned right now. And then also, obviously, and obviously with Mookie coming back too.
Glasnow back tonight, Kershaw tomorrow. What's the message to these guys that are coming off the injured list and are ready to be back with the club?
With Glass, it's a shorter time away. I think he is very excited to get back to playing. He feels good, back feels strong, healthy. He's excited. I think he's going to be fine as far as kind of managing him. I think with Clayton, he is on tilt in the sense that he is just so overjoyed to get to participate again. So I think it's going to be emotional for him. I really do, to just get back to playing. And I'll keep an eye on him, but I might have a little conversation, but obviously he's been through it so many times, and I just, I think we all just really want him to pitch well.
With Rojas, whenever he does get back, that's something that you're going to kind of manage with him, just workload-wise, how often he plays, so that throwing?
I think that it's not going to change in the sense that the workload, I think given the recency of his body, it's been the lower half, soft tissue, and I thought we did a good job with that. This is something where kind of came up out of the blue. He played 2 days in a row. It's a throwing thing, so we'll manage the throwing. But once he's back, I think it'll be more of just kind of watching and having the conversations.
With Knack going down, is that just like with the off days coming up, you can only have so many starters up right now, and he was the last one to have gone?
Yeah, it was. It's one of those things that he has options. He's pitched fantastic for us. There's guys that we didn't use in the pen, so to have Tyler, who hasn't pitched in a while, to make sure you have the pitching coverage. You're sitting right now on a roster with 5 starters, and so it was one of those kind of timing situations for Landon, but I can't say enough about what he did for our ball club.
How hard was the news about Kyle Kirk?
Very tough. Kyle's a really good kid, worked hard once he got here with us to kind of be a guy, and then now to learn he's going to go under the knife at the end of the month. It's disappointing. I feel for him. It's a long road back, but I still believe that, certainly with that surgery, the prognosis is really good.
Walker said he's going to pitch with OKC Friday.
He's going to pitch with OKC Friday, and the plan is for him to make 2 starts with that club and then join us.
With Kershaw pitching tomorrow, for your 17, what struck you most about what he had to do to get back here?
what struck me most about him having to come back,
Yeah.
I think the thing that
Do to get back.
I think the thing that struck me most is it wasn't, and I use this word a lot, is it wasn't linear. I think, you know, you go through the rehab process, you get the surgery, you go through the rehab process, and you hope that each day is a good day and you get better, and you don't have setbacks or bad days or weeks or whatever. And for him to overcome that and keep somewhat of his sanity, what was good. A takeaway for me is I'm happy that he took advantage of it by spending more time with his family. You know, when you can't participate, are you going to just kind of be in the doldrums of rehab, or are you going to try to make the most of the time away? He did that. So now, you know, you look at 3 months of a season left, he can kind of pour everything into that. So I think he did great. I think he's as healthy as he's been in a couple years. So I'm excited.
With the rotation and flux this year, health-wise as it's been, how nice has it been for you to watch Gavin Stone develop into the consistent guy in that rotation after the year last year?
It's been one of the highlights of the season. It really has. Young players typically look for, and I call it doors, in the sense that you're always looking for approval, acceptance, and Gavin has done a remarkable job of having blinders on and doing his job. He listens to the right people, he watches the right things, and then he's made it his own. And I'm really impressed with how he's carried himself, and even on top of the performance. And you know, every time he takes him out, I feel very, very confident that we're going to win the ball game.
Because your environment is World Series or bust here, do you think that helps young players develop a little bit more because every game has so much meaning?
Absolutely. Young players are going to make mistakes. Veteran players are going to make mistakes. But I think that in this environment where every game, every play is magnified and matters, I think it puts a higher level of focus on the young players. And I also feel that the learning curve is sped up for young players when you're playing, where every game means something.
What is your ideal plan for the workloads of the bullpen guys?
Ideal plan. Yeah, that's a tough one. I think that they're all different, so it's hard to, you know, we pitched Anthony Banda 3 days in a row, which certain guys we wouldn't do 3 days in a row. So each day we sort of see who's available, obviously not share it with the opponent, and kind of read and react. And their health is most important. So there are times where I don't use guys, and it's predetermined because their health is more important than the one game. So I really can't answer that question. I just hope we keep getting some length out of our starters. But I think that guys like Honeywell has been great. Yarborough at times giving us length. Johan Ramirez has been really good about giving us length. So those things have kind of helped protect, you know, let's say Phillips, Trinan, Hudson, but you know, Alex Vesey has been great too.
How's Ryan Brasier doing?
Brasier is going to go out on Saturday or Sunday. He's pitching for OKC, and from that point on, he's going to go through that rehab process and work his way back to us. But he's doing well.
Does his rehab process kind of look like Brusdar, just will take multiple outings from them?
Yes, I would say Brusdar is going to be a little bit more, is going to be longer in the sense because he's been gone longer, but that's just kind of first glimpse, but pretty comparable, yeah.